Welcome back to M Hood Fishing. I am on the ICW, kind of windy. First thing I'm going to do is look for trout and reds. I will allow this session to morph into catfish, even morph into darkness. However, for the moment, going to face the wind. All right, that's enough of facing the wind. Wanted to get down here. So for past few days, because of a downpour we've had dirty water here and high water. Right now at the moment we have low water. I'm able to walk on this shell beach. We have cleaner water, but is it clean enough to where throwing this tiger bait underneath the popping cork will be productive? It is quite windy, so that might not be in my favor, this wind. It may calm down. Oh, did I just have a takedown? I may have. It is kind of chilly today. Oh, yeah, I'm spooking some fish right there. But I don't know if they were trout. It may have been mullet that I was spooking. It's not going to get out of the 50s. It's going to be in the 40s again tonight. It was 50 degrees when I left the house. But in reality, it's warmer than 50. It's this wind that brings it down to 50. The field temp is 50 is what I mean. I'm going to have to spot hop this spot, whereas it has been productive. The wind is just not in my favor. There are vehicles here. So I'm taking a brief break, hanging out with some subscribers that are here at the spot. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna go to another spot and look for trout, but we gotta see what's coming in on this line. You said you think it's a drum?
Yeah. Hoping they get out.
That's kind of a little net. Hopefully it's not like massive.
It's definitely a boom.
Well, up here I can see that this water is kind of dirty. That might be really related to the wind. I'm wondering if I'm gonna be able to get trout underneath the popping cork, guys. This might be morphing into a cut bait session on the bottom, but it's early days. We have maybe an hour or more, maybe a little more. It's 3:53, so we have a little over an hour of light. Looks like a sizable fish, man. Oh yeah. Here. Something a little bigger is called for. You can really see right here how much lower the water is. It's how much it's dropped. It's a nice fish. Might be wormy.
He's too big. Oh man.
What's your name?
James.
James?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, James. It's a nice drum. You gonna let it go?
Yeah, I'll let it go.
Yeah, it might be wormy. If it was just a bit smaller, a little over 16, probably be good. It's just a fun catch.
Yeah, nice catch.
Yeah, you're right. There he goes. Turning and getting it, and he's got it. That was about a bazillion cast with the popping cork at this spot. Probably 2 to 3 bazillion cast in all. I think the water's just too dirty. Making a big switch here, kind of the switch I spoke of. Okay, so here we go. Fish bites right here. Now, this is something that I was thinking of doing in case of certain things happening, right? I was thinking if I get a red, I'm gonna do this. Now I realize that The same idea can apply if I get a black drum. Even the size drum we just saw James pull out and put back in, we can do that. We can do that with that. What is that I'm doing? Before I tell you that, here's a 2/0 Kale. Putting that piece of fish bite on there. That is the shrimp flavored one. There we go. 6/0 Octopus. That is a piece of shad right there. Oh, there we go. Got it. Nice. Get that scale off. All right. Those are the two things. Fish bites, shad. Fish bite, shad. Fish bites, shad. Sounds like the title of an upcoming video, but not this one. That's because the title of this video is Fishing for Dog Soup. On the big rod, the piece of shad, that is a 4-ounce lead, but on this one, it's just 2. We're gonna start with the fish bite really close in, whereas the shad cut bait is further out, right? I bet you're expecting me to tell you what dog soup is. It does not mean I'm making soup out of my dogs. Dog soup is a soup I make for the dogs, not with the dogs. They don't help me stir. They don't get in the pot. They just sit there and wait. This wind is less than ideal and may very well foil even this plan, the bottom fishing plan, the dog soup plan. I have used catfish in the past to make dog soup. However, this time around, I do not want to use catfish. I have my reasons. I would prefer to use something with scales, a redfish. To some, that might seem like a waste. You're going to give that to the dogs? Well, I must very well love my dogs if that is indeed what I'm going to give to them, and that is indeed, if it's a redfish, I may have a caveat there. If it's big, dogs get one fillet and I get the other for coubillon, or the dogs get the both. They're good dogs. They deserve a whole redfish, but a whole redfish isn't what they're going to eat in one sitting. I'll get more into the specifics of dog soup and why I make it later, if I can get to the kitchen and be in the process of making dog soup. So it's either redfish or black drum. It's got to be a sizable fish, so you can make a sizable amount of dog soup. I'm not going to catch a bunch of trout today and make dog soup out of that. We need something big. Oh yes, fish bites. I was just saying to myself, I want to be able to catch fish, but I don't know if I'm gonna. And finally, isn't it surprising that the fish bites? There, you're looking at the sky. Did you see anything up there? Adjust my drag. It's surprising that the fish bites produces first. It is shrimp flavor, and shrimp is probably a good bait for what I would like to catch, though lately I have caught black drum here and in other places in the past on various cut baits, including shad and mullet, even bluegill, but shrimp is a good one. And some people, well, I would say in the past there was not a lot of confidence here in the state of Louisiana for fish bites. Okay, so this is not a black drum coming in, but these days things have changed. You used to not be able to see fish bites here because it wasn't on the market. It was more popular and more readily available in Florida, but now you can get it at Academy. Got us a nice blue cat. It's the wrong species for the pot, but yeah, you're right. Let me get it. Okay, yeah. Well, that is good. We caught a fish finally in this windy video. The dogs aren't dependent. Oh, a serpent just stuck its head up out of the water. Did you see that? It was a cormorant or something similar right there. The dogs are not dependent on dog soup today, so it's okay if we don't get to the kitchen and put something in the pot, but we will try again if it doesn't happen today. Dog soup, in some places in the world, the dogs do depend on it. It is their food. But in my house, it's more of a treat that happens usually winter or fall, sometimes any time of the year, but yeah, other times it's something else. So my dogs like to have a little something on top of their food. And usually it's like a stock that I made, a broth or something. Sometimes it's milk when I don't have stock made, but like lately I'll make chicken stock. I'll make a lot of it. I just happened to be out of it. I ran out of it this morning, and I thought, let's make dog soup. You know, let's make fish stock with fish in it, like a fish soup for the dogs, because they love it and it's good for them. Well, what you can do is you put that on the food. You give them less dog food and more dog soup, and you can stretch your dog food out a little bit that way. But also you're just giving your dogs a little more protein. It depends on the breed of dog too, whether you should do this or not. I have a hunting dog purebred and a hunting dog mix, so high protein diet for them is okay at the moment in their life, where they're at in life. They need a little bit of that so they can be rambunctious. No dog soup today. This will be part one, more of an introductory, if you will, an introduction to the idea of dog soup. Remember, we're not cooking the dogs, we're cooking for the dogs. So tune in for part two. Should be tomorrow. See how we do, if we can get to the kitchen and get that big old pot of dog soup going. Until next time, thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and being a member of the channel. And again, I will see you next time.